But I'm going to start this because there, are new people on here. Maybe you don't really know who I am. I'm going to start this by telling you about me, my story, who I am, and all that stuff. My name is Carly Guerrero. I am your Triple Diamond upline. I've been in this business. It's going to be 3 years in November. And on that, don't give yourself a time frame within this business. Never say, if I'm not diamond by this point, I'm quitting. Because I went diamond in 4 months, but and then it took me a whole nother year to go double. And then it took me a few months to go triple. And then it's been a year almost. October 31st will be when I went triple of last year. So it's been a whole year since I've promoted. So you might have, quick sprints or whatever, but then you might be running a marathon to the next promotion. Okay. But guess what? You're still going in the right direction. Okay. Every single day, as long as you're showing up to this business and you're doing the things that you need to do every single day. Is my Wi-Fi good? If my Wi-Fi starts being wonky, somebody tell me. But you never know what tomorrow is going to bring in this business. You never know what next week, next month, or next year is going to bring in this business. So never give yourself a time frame, okay? So been in this business for 3 years. I literally joined for an extra $500 a month, okay? So if you join for $500 or less, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Just $500 or less, okay? Because I honestly did not think that I was worth more than $500, okay? Before I joined this business, we ain't on number 3. What are you talking? I was like, 3? So before I joined this business, you guys, I had never seen like more than $500 in my bank account. Like that was just like, I literally was like, I had no money. Okay. And so, I joined for $500 because I didn't think that I was worth anything more. I didn't think that I could, do anything more. And so, that was my goal. I just wanted to be able to go to the grocery store and buy groceries without having to stress. I just wanted to be able to go and, pay bills without having to stress or sell things, because before this business, I was actually selling my belongings to go and pay bills, or, to go and do this. And I was a hairstylist full time. I was booth renting. So if you know what that means, I was actually spending $500 a month on just my chair to do hair. I still had to supply all of the product myself, everything, clips, combs, brushes, the hair color, all of that I had to do myself. And so I sat down one night and I was like, how much money are you even like making and bringing into your bit to your family? And it was like $200, you guys. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, you have a daughter, you need to be bringing in more than $200 a month. Like, that's just nobody, like, that's insane. And so I started praying for something. Okay. I didn't care what it was. I just wanted to make money. And so I followed a girl on Instagram. I want you to drop a 2 if you found this opportunity on Instagram or on social media. I found a girl on Instagram. She had gorgeous platinum blonde hair. And I actually saw her on the Explore page. And I was like, she's cute. I want to go creep her Instagram. And so I'm literally scrolling. And I scrolled like 2 years back within her Instagram. And I saw a post where she paid off her car in a ridiculous amount of time. And I thought it was fake. Like, it was so awesome that I thought it was just, I was like, that's not real. Like, nobody is able to do that. She paid off a brand new car in 4 months. And I was like, my brain couldn't even process it. Okay. And so I remember I just kept scrolling and I saw she was so young and she had all this time freedom and she could do the things she wanted. And she was also had financial freedom and she was able to pay all of her bills and still order things on Amazon. And I was like, I want to order things on Amazon. It was just something as silly as that. And so I messaged her about the business, asked her all of the questions, joined a few days later. I had no money in my bank account whenever I reached out to her to join this business. And so I was one of those distributors where it's kind of like, yes, I want to do this, but I don't have the money. So I'm going to have to wait, right? How many of you have had someone who you've had to just wait for them to actually have the money? Drop a 3, because that's going to happen in this business. You're going to be talking to somebody and guess what? They might not have the money right then and there, but don't count them out, because what if she would have counted me out? I'm a triple diamond on her team now. Okay. That's helped her in big ways, right? If I never would have joined, y'all wouldn't be here, right? Because it's like a domino effect. Like, I joined and someone joined and then they joined and then you joined. Like, that's how this business works. So I went to the hair salon. I had a full day. And I was going to make like $400 that day. But the way that we were living was literally, I was going to the hair salon to make $400, but that $400 was already spoken for. Like, X amount here, X amount here, so technically I didn't have the $99 to get started because I was making $400, but I was literally needing to go spend it right away, paycheck to paycheck. Even like, not even, like it was like, oh, it was so bad. And so I remember I came home and she followed up with me and I was like, ooh, that's right. I'm supposed to spend $100 tonight on this business, but like I got to pay my water bill. I had paid all of my other bills and I had $100 left. And she told me, if you join this business, you're going to get $100 worth of product in your kit and you can turn around and sell that to make your money back. So now you've got this business and then maybe you could go pay your water bill. And that was already the way that my brain was going, was thinking I could just kill two birds with one stone kind of thing. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to freaking do it. I'm going to risk getting my water shut off before, because I've had cars repossessed. My water's been shut off multiple times. My cart has declined at the grocery store with a buggy full of groceries. I've had to just push it forward and walk away from that. My heat has been turned off. Literally, I know struggle. Like straight up no struggle. I used to have to go to the gas station down the street from my house because my water was shut off and I couldn't use my restroom. That's a struggle, okay? So that's where I was before this business. And so I was just like, I'll risk my water getting shut off one more time, and I'm going to join this business and see what it does for me, okay? Drop a 4 if you were terrified to join this business. So I joined, literally sat there. I had 28 cents left in my bank account after I purchased my business builder kit and joined this business. And I was like, sister, you either just made the biggest mistake of your life because now your water's going to get shut off again, or this is going to turn out to be the biggest blessing. 3 years down the road, here I am. Okay, so it was definitely a blessing. Also, along the way, I've experienced a lot of life, which we'll get into that further into this training. But what I will do is after this, which I posted it in the team page, I think, and in the team chat a couple days ago, but it's a new distributor training, how we train and how we work this business. It's on my YouTube channel. So if you haven't watched that, you can go there and watch that. It's just more in detail. But basically this is just going to be, I don't know, this was on my heart. So earlier I was coming home from taking Berkeley to the doctor, and I just kept getting this like thought in my head. And it was like, I would get this thought and I was like, you need to remember this. And then I'd forget because I have squirrel brain. And then that thought would come back to me. And that thought was basically doing a new distributor training that's just talking to y'all about how much I believe in you and how worthy you are and how capable you are. And that's why I titled this, You're So Worthy and You're So Capable. And I was I know that it was just like God sitting there like, you need to tell them, like, hey, don't forget, like, don't go into like the basics of everything, because if you don't believe in yourself in this business, like if you do not believe, then what we do every single day does not matter. Mic drop. I could just end it there. If you don't have that belief in yourself, if you don't genuinely believe in why you're doing this and what it's going to do for you, where it's going to take you, the task and the way that we work this business don't matter, because you're just going through it. You're just doing the motions, and just going through the motions does not get you anywhere. I want you to drop a 5 if you've ever been just going through the motions and you're just there. Nothing's being produced. You're working. Yeah, you're working, but nothing's coming out of it. Okay? Because you're missing a majority of what this business is, and it's belief in yourself and why you're doing this. Okay? So, I know that was just like kind of a calling on my heart to share this with y'all. And so we are going to jump into it now. Say I have like 4 pages of notes. So I want y'all to take notes because this is kind of what I like to consider like a feel-good Zoom, but it's not just feel-good. It's also going to be like, I'm going to be very just like blunt and honest with y'all and like basically telling you how it is, but loving on y'all so that you basically get it. But whenever I got started in this business, also, I have all of my notes. I have squirrel brain. Then you have to sit right here. I have squirrel brain, and so if I don't write things down, there's no telling where I'll go with what I'm trying to say. So also Berkeley comes in here and tells me all kinds of things. When I got started in this business, I joined someone who had success. Like I said, I saw her living the life that I wanted. And I saw someone who had made it work for them. And so my brain immediately went to, if I want to be successful, I just need to follow her. I just need to do what she's doing. Okay. It's as simple as that, okay? I joined someone who was successful, which put me on a winning team. Y'all are in my downline somewhere, whether if I enrolled you or somebody on this team, you're enrolled. She is also your ambassador upline. Her name is Courtney Vogel now. She's your ambassador diamond upline, okay? So we are on a winning team. This team is so successful. And I knew that I was on a good team, a winning team, and I knew that I would have the same success if I showed up. If I showed up and if I did the work. It didn't matter if she was posting daily and if she was sending her messages daily and if she was growing her network daily and if she was doing all the things that she had to do for her business. She's going to keep going and she's going to keep being successful because she's working her business. But where I go in this business is determined on me, right? I had a leader to follow. I had the path. She had paved the way. All I had to do was literally walk behind her down the same path, doing the same things. And that was going to get me to where she was. And so I knew that if I wanted to be successful, if I wanted to be where she is, I had to show up to this business in the same way that she's showing up. Okay? It's as simple as that, you guys. So I had to show up and I had to work. That means that I had to put effort into this. Okay? And effort means that you're sending your messages. You're not going to feel like it every single day. There are days that I don't feel like it. Okay? But you have to put in the effort. You still have to show up. How many of you have another job? Drop a 6 if you have another job that you go to. If you don't go to that job, if you don't make the effort to get out of bed in the morning and to get dressed and to drive to that job and to work that job, what happens? Yes, being a mom definitely counts. You don't get paid or you get fired or something happens, right? Because you're not showing up. This business is the same. If you're not showing up, you're not growing. You're going to get left behind. And that sounds so harsh, but it's so true. Shay said something at the event that we went to this past weekend. She said that, when the tide rises, there's going to be ships that rise with the tide, but there's also going to be some that stay back on the shore. You don't want to be that ship back on the shore. You want to be the ship out there rising with everybody else, right? You want to be going where everybody else is going. Show up to your business and do the things that you see your leaders doing. It's simple. Like, y'all are probably going to hear me say it's simple 55 times in this Zoom, okay? I also knew that I had someone who believed in me, okay? Because I just knew that she believed in me. She saw something in me and she believed in me, okay? And there's a lot of you on here who I've told you literally that exact same thing. I see something in you. I believe in you. You cannot sit in my lap. You can sit in this chair right here. You can sit right here or you can go back upstairs. But you're honestly not supposed to be in here when I'm doing Zoom because you distract me. But I knew that I had someone who believed in me, and I knew that she was going to believe in me even when I didn't believe in myself, you guys. And that's something that's huge. You cannot put that on this tape on this desk. Okay? So that's what I want y'all to know right now is even if you don't believe in yourself, I believe in each and every single one of you. Okay? And you can set your pins here. And there's a reason that I believe in y'all, and we're going to get into that in a minute. So I just said that. Right now in this moment, I believe in you, even if you just got started. I don't care if this is your first Zoom. I believe in you. Literally, like I have belief in you. And so what I want you to do is if you're taking notes, I want you to write on your note, I believe in myself. Okay? I believe in myself. And maybe you're writing that down and you're like, okay, but I just kind of like have this little piece of me that's like, not really. You're going to write that down and every single day. You're going to say that. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. Because the more that you start saying something, the more that you just start thinking about it, the more that it becomes true, you guys. And if your thought is that I believe in myself, your actions that you're producing are going to be miraculous. And then the results that you're getting back from that are going to be even better. Okay. So, the reason that I believe in you is because I know the potential in this business. Okay. I have seen what it's done for me going from literally like broker than a joke to where I am now. This business has potential. I want you to drop a 7 if you know that there's potential in this business, that there's potential in your business, and where you can take this. There is potential, you guys. And I know that that potential is in you. Okay, so you're probably like, how do you know that that potential is in me? I'm going to tell you. Okay, you were called to do this. Maybe you didn't know that. You were called to do this. Okay, you were called to be in this business, and you were called to be exactly where you are right now, this second. This second. I don't care if your business is going amazing. I don't care if your business, if you're like, but my business sucks right now. I don't care if you're like, but I just got started. Like, literally, I've done nothing. You were called to be right where you are right now, in this time, in this moment. Period. Okay? You were called to be here. That's so good. You had that feeling. Okay? I want you to drop an 8. You had that feeling, you had that nudge, something kept pulling you, you couldn't shake the thought of the business, but what if it does work for me, you know? You had that feeling, okay? Oh, I can't read my own handwriting. So I'm going to try to not be like super, I'm not going to be, you know, super pushy, but, you know, whatever you believe.
These are waves from the ocean.
Oh, it's the ocean. Good job. Whatever you have to be so quiet if you're going to be in here. Whatever you believe, whether it was God or, you know, whoever you believe in, he was nudging you. He was calling you, right? Whenever I found this business, and I don't know if y'all follow me on social media, but I posted this earlier. Whenever I found this business, I was literally in such a valley that I was just praying for help, honestly. I was like, we are struggling so bad, and I just started praying, like I said, for anything. I just wanted to make money. I didn't care how I was going to make money. And I randomly followed Courtney Bohr, or I randomly saw her page on Instagram, and I went to it. Why did I have the urge to click on her profile? Why did I have the urge to scroll down 2 years in her Instagram feed? Why did I have the urge to click on the picture of her in her car, right? Because I didn't really care about Instagram stalking a girl. I didn't really care about the fact that, wow, you've got a car. But for some reason, in that night, in that moment, I cared. And I looked and I read her caption, right? I'm going to be super honest with y'all. Most of the time on Instagram, I don't read captions. Like, I just look at the picture, skim through it, and comment something, okay? But that night, and even before this business, I sure as heck didn't read the comments or the captions. I just looked at the pictures because that's what Instagram was. It was about pictures. And for some reason that night I read her caption, all of it. Okay? And it struck me to my core. That was like God putting that in, like just slapping me in the forehead. Like, here is this. Here is something that can help you. Here's what you've been praying for. He called me to this business, okay? So you cannot, no, those pins are none. They can go upstairs. There's some more pins upstairs in the closet. And you can stay up there. If you're in here, you have to be quiet. You're not getting any more of my work pins. No more. No more. These. I don't have yellow Berkeley Grace. You're about to go out of the office. 4-year-olds, you guys. They think that they're like 24. But you were called, you know, to be in this business. And the one thing that honestly I've learned this year is God's not going to call you to do something, and he's not going to put something in your life that he's not going to equip you to be able to do. Okay? So you're here, right? And there is something inside of you that he has given you that's going to take you to that success that you want. You're equipped to do this business. You have what it takes, okay? He has literally like put it inside of you. And now it's your job to find it and to unlock it, but then to use it. Then you need to go upstairs and get chapstick. Berkeley Grace, I'm going to start locking myself in here. So he's called you to this, and he's equipped you to be able to be successful and to do all the things that this business takes. And he's put something inside of you that's going to take you there, but you have to find that. You have to find that thing. And you have to use it, okay? You can't just let it sit inside of you. You have to unlock it, and you have to use it. No, stop. Okay, so within the business, you also have all of those tools. You also have all of those things, okay? Girlfriend? you have everything that you need to be successful within yourself, but also just within this business and actually working. Okay. So the way that I like try to really teach this business and work my business is with duplication and recreation. Okay. I say that over and over again because that's literally it keeps it simple, right? I don't ever want to be doing something that's so complicated that I can't teach it to my team. And the same should be with you because one day you're going to have a team under you, right? You want everything to be duplicatable. So you can say, this is what I'm doing. This is how I do it. Here it is. Now you do it. Okay. And recreation. So with that, recreation kind of goes into like, more posting, and duplication is like how you work the business. But with recreation, most of the time I look like this. I slept in this shirt last night. I've worn it all day today, and I'm probably going to sleep in it again tonight. Okay. But like, I just put on some cute leggings. My hair was kind of cute curly earlier. And so I could have gone outside in front of my garage, put on some big sunglasses because you can't tell if I have makeup on or not, put on some big sunglasses and pose in front of my garage and taken a cute picture, right? Slap a preset on it, post it about the business or something. Recreate that. Okay. You go put on a cute shirt, put on some cute leggings, put on a cute outfit, some big sunglasses, go stand in front of your garage or a brick wall or a fence. Okay. Take a cute picture, have somebody take a cute picture of you, slap a preset on it, and post it. Okay. Recreation. Literally, whenever I got started, I would, yeah, I'm probably gonna sleep in it again, whatever. I would look at what Courtney would post. And if she posted a girl in a bikini and put 90-day or detox challenge on it, guess what I did? I did not screenshot and use that same picture. I went to Pinterest and I found a girl in a bikini similar to the picture that she had done. And then I used an app and I put the words like detox challenge on it, just like I had seen her do. And I posted it trying to get people in for the cleanse. Do not post that way now. It was so spammy. That was how we posted 3 years ago. It's different now. But that was me recreating what I saw her do because it was working for her. Okay. So with this business, follow follow the leaders. Okay. Find someone who's in this business, who's in a position that you want to be. Key point. Someone who is where you want to be and do what you see them doing. Okay. Like I've said, it's as simple as that. And I've also said this a lot, but you have an It Works toolbox. Okay. I have an It Works toolbox. All of the tools that I use, I share with my team. Okay. And I put my tools in my toolbox and I share them with you in hopes that you're going to take those same tools and you're going to put them in your toolbox. But not only put them in your toolbox, use them, you guys. What if you're trying to hang a picture up? All of these things are hung up on my wall with a hammer. If I was trying to hang them up, but I just left my hammer sitting here and I have my nail and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't get why this nail is not going into the wall. Like, I just don't get it. I want to hang my picture frame up, but this nail, it's just not going into the wall. Why? Well, that's because I'm not using my hammer to get it into the wall. Okay. Don't look at this business and say, well, here's Ruby. Like, I just don't get why I'm not a Ruby yet. If you're not willing to open your toolbox every single day and pull out your messaging tool and pull out your posting tool and pull out your follow-up tool, if you're not willing to do those things, then you can just sit there and look at Ruby and I'll just sit here and hold my nail like, oh, I'm getting a little bit tired, right? You have to use the tools every day, okay? But you have the same tools that I have. And don't think that there's some magical message or I'm like some magical fairy that since I'm a triple or something that I just sprinkle something on my followers and they just do things, because I honestly thought that that's like diamonds and above. I thought that they were like a unicorn that knew something that I didn't. They had something that I didn't. Like, we weren't the same. So I was like, I don't understand how, I would see people posting screenshots of their enrollments on their Instagram stories. And I'm like, I just don't understand like how you're getting all these people to sign up. But guess what? They were just messaging. And guess what? They were just following up. And guess what? They were just opening that toolbox every day and they were just doing the things. It's as simple as that, okay? And I don't remember who I was telling this to, but y'all do realize when I'm done with this, I'll lay on the couch with you, okay? This was like, I don't remember who I was saying this to, but your follower, like if somebody, if you are posting the correct way, okay, like not even that. Let's say that I was on my Instagram story because I do this a lot, and I'm going to do this tonight when we get off of here. I'll put my phone up in my little tripod here, and I'll sit here and be like, I just got off of training with my girls. Like, I love being able to pour into them, yada, yada, yada. Looking for people to join this business, blah, 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 blah. A triple diamond. I don't normally say that, but like, I joined this business for $500. Now I make 5 figures a month, blah, 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 all of those things. Nobody knows the difference in a ruby and an emerald, or an emerald and a diamond and a triple. Like, me saying I'm a triple diamond means diddly squat to people who are not in this business. Okay? So don't think that you have to have a magical title to be able to tell people, or if you're talking to a potential and they're like, but how much money do you make? And you send them the income disclosure chart and they're like, yeah, that's cool, but how much money do you make? Be honest. Well, I just got started, but I know and I believe that I'm going diamond in the next 90 days. Because if you're talking to a potential distributor with that much confidence in yourself and belief in yourself, and they're just like, you just got started and you're going to be making over $2,000 a month in 90 days. Yes, girl, you don't have to know how, right? You don't have to know how you're going to go diamond in 90 days and be making $2,000 a month in 90 days. You just have to believe that it's going to happen. And guess what? That confidence and that belief is going to overflow and come out into that potential. Okay? And they're just going to be like, well, I want to do that. And you're just going to be like, well, work with me. We can lock arms and, in the next 90 days, like, I'll go diamond and you can go emerald. And then in the next, 30 days after that, you're going to go diamond or something like that. Tell them where they're going. Okay? Tell people where you're going. But stop thinking that in order for people to join you, you have to be so high, because that's just not the case. Do y'all want to know something? I enrolled more distributors from ruby to diamond than I have from diamond to triple. Most of my distributors came from when I had just started this business. I still enroll distributors, yes, but I mean, like, I was like mass distributor enroller then. Like, always like 15 plus a month. Now it's like 7. Okay? But do y'all want to know why that was? That's because I was so relatable. Me saying I'm a triple diamond making $8,000 to $10,000 a month, people don't look at that and say, oh my gosh, I want to do that, because it's so far-fetched. People look at, I want an extra $500 a month. Like, that could really help to be able to just go to the grocery store without stressing. That's what people want. That's where people relate to. So if you're new in this business, you better work it, and you better be intentional with the work, and you better have that belief and do the things, because if you are, you're literally going to blow your own mind and surprise yourself. But I got totally off of what my notes were. But back to the toolbox, okay? I can give it to you. I can give you the tools. I can literally give you everything that I'm doing, right? The other day in our chat, I said, go and post this. Reword it, post something like this, post these in the comments. Okay, Brianna shared one. There are literally albums within our team page that are, if you don't have product on hand, or if you don't think that you can take cute pictures, there is an album that is like non-edited product posts that you can use, that you can go and edit. Yes, you can go back upstairs. Okay, be so quiet. That you can go and get, and you can use, and you can post yourself. There are albums for you to post to your story about the products. There are an album that you can post about the business to your story. Okay, you have the tools. Okay, so I can give it to you, and I can want it for you, because do y'all know that I literally, and I know that this would be like, you have to pull on the door, pull. You're pushing, pull. Berkeley. Okay, I can give it to you, and I can want it for you. And because I want every single person on this team to be diamond and above. Can y'all imagine that? Like, how crazy would that be? Like, yes, my entire team, we're all diamonds and above. Like, we just are literally doing big things over here. But I cannot make you use the tools. I can't. Okay? And I can't make you believe in yourself. And I can't make you want it bad enough to just do all of the things. Okay? And so all of that really ties in to, personal development, you guys. And that's something that, if you were on our Zoom when we talked about our retreat recap, every single person said something about personal development. It is that big, okay? This business is 80% mindset and 20% actual work, okay? So, you have to want this, you have to use the tools, and you just have to be willing to do the things. And if you are, and you're doing that every single day, even if you're taking baby steps every day, you're moving in the right direction, okay? So I want you to remember why you got started in this business. Right now, why did you get started in this business? In the chat, like 2 sentences or whatever, or just whatever. Why did you get started? Share it with me, okay? Let that drive you. Your why should literally just push you and propel you forward, okay? I joined this business because I did not want to go to the grocery store ever again with Berkeley sitting in the little kid part and not be able to pay for my freaking groceries and push it forward and have to take my kid out of that buggy and walk out of the door with no groceries, right? Because there was people in line behind me. How freaking embarrassing is that, right? And I just sat there and I was like, oh, I don't know. There should be money on my card. Oh my God, let me go to the bank real quick. I wasn't going to the bank. I was going home to cry in my closet in the floor. Okay. So that's why I got started in this business. Okay. You all have a why that is so near and dear to your heart. Okay. And, flip it. Is this business too hard that you can tell that why? I'm sorry. It was just too hard. It was just too much. This why is not worth it. You're just not worth it. So I'm just going to throw in the towel and quit. Absolutely freaking not. It's not. It is worth it. Okay, if you're going to use that, then I want you to go sit right out here and use that. That's going to be too loud. Okay? So your why needs to be so strong. And honestly, you guys, put your why everywhere. Put it everywhere, okay? And something else is your why in this business is always, it's kind of always going to be, recreating, because as you reach like a new level, you're unlocking more and more that you can do. And so you're going to start dreaming bigger and bigger and bigger. And that was something that I went through, because my first dream board was like a new house and a swing set for Berkeley and, a new car, and what else was on there? A Louis Vuitton purse. Don't judge me. I know. Just, all these like things that I wanted to be able to get. And I've been able to do all of that now. Okay. And so kind of like a couple months ago, I was just like, where am I going? What am I doing? And I had to start dreaming bigger. Okay. And so now when I look at my dream board, I'm just kind of like, dang, like it says Ambassador Diamond. That scares me. Okay. It says 6-figure savings. I'm like, what does that even look like? Right? Millionaires Club. That's a legit thing in this business. Once you've earned $1 million, you get a trophy and you're inducted into the Millionaires Club in this business. And that's on my dream board. It says number 34 income earner. I want to be number 34 income earner. Those are big goals, you guys. Those are big goals. And those are big dreams. And that's going to take a lot of work. Okay. But I know that I'm worthy of that. I actually genuinely believe, like when I look at that, I'm like, you're so freaking worthy. Like you can do it, But then I'm also like, you're freaking capable. All you have to do is sign on distributors and customers and help your team reach their goals. And then bam, you've reached your goal. Okay. So have your dream board, have your dreams, have your why. Like my dream board is right here in front of me all the time. Okay. It's literally here. Yeah. If your dreams don't scare you, you aren't dreaming big enough. For the first time ever, the night I submitted my, payment or whatever, and I joined this business, I went and got in the shower and I was giving my ambassador speech. Literally not even 24 hours into the business. I'm like, I just thank you. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then this past weekend, I actually made all the girls who came to the retreat give their ambassador speech, and I shared the video of mine. And that was something that scared all of us. It scared me. Like we were all shaking and like sweating and crying. We didn't know like what to say. Like Anderson gave Caroline's speech for her because she was all out there. But like it was so good, right? And that was something that scared us. And then for the first time ever, I posted on social media about going ambassador. For the first time ever. Okay? That scared me, you guys. Because people are probably like, yeah, but don't you still have to go prez or something? Like, right? I don't care. I know that I'm going ambassador. And two, which I know that these are two very big promotion jumps, I was a ruby talking about going diamond. I didn't even focus on emerald. I was like, what's an emerald? I don't even know because I want to go from ruby to diamond. Okay. That was where I was. And I did that. On March 28th, I went emerald. On March 31st, I went diamond. Okay. So I double promoted. So I was actually telling Shay this the other day on a FaceTime because we FaceTime like every day. I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm just going to start speaking ambassador into existence. I'm just going to start doing it. But there's a second part to that. I'm also going to start believing it. And I'm also going to start working my business and leading my team the way that I think an ambassador would, because that's what it takes. And y'all have heard me say I was a ruby working like a diamond. Okay. I'm a triple who is going to be working like an ambassador and who's going to be leading her team like an ambassador because I've double promoted before. I can do it again. Right. Point blank. Okay. So that was definitely off track, but back to my notes. The reason that I wanted to do this is because I honestly just wanted to sit here and like pour into y'all because your girl has been listening to a lot of podcasts and I'm like, I've got so much to say. Like, I feel like, literally, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I've been podcasting. Like, last night I fell asleep to a podcast and I woke up and I was like, oh heck, I finished the podcast that I was listening to and I'm like 30 minutes into another one that I don't even know what happened because I fell asleep. But I've been literally listening to podcasts, and any podcast that I'm listening to, I share it like on my Facebook, in our team page, in our chat, like anywhere I'm sharing it, okay? Because in hopes that's me using a tool that's in my Works toolbox and I'm like, hey, here's this tool. Maybe you might want to use it to hang your nail up or something. I don't know, right? So that's me sharing a tool, but I can't make you press play. I can't make you listen to that podcast. I can't make you use that tool. Okay. So I've had so much on my heart and so much to say that I wanted to sit here and just pour into y'all. And I wanted to remind you that you are worthy. Okay. What number are we on? Let's see. I think we're on 8. We're just going to start with 8. I want you to drop an 8 if you have ever felt like you're not worthy. That's my 8. I've felt like I'm not worthy. Okay. There have been times where I'm just like a triple diamond? Like, what? What even is that? Like, you guys, when I promoted to triple diamond, I had like no emotion. Like, I literally promoted to triple diamond, took Berkeley trick or treating, came home, and was just like, what just happened? Literally, what just happened? I went triple diamond. Like, I'm VIP. I did it. Okay. And it was just like this emotion. Okay. And I honestly, almost like I didn't feel like I deserved it. I didn't feel like I was worthy of being a triple diamond leader or having a VIP team or being VIP or $8,000 to $10,000 paychecks. Okay. Because I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you why I didn't feel like I was worthy because I honestly had no clue, but I had that feeling. Okay. And then it was just everybody telling me. And honestly, I think what has like another thing that fueled me up was this thing here that I got from y'all. It's so sweet. We made these at the retreat and everybody like wrote something and like Marissa had to write on the back of mine. But it, reading that, like I can't even like talk about it too much or I'll start crying. But just reading that and like those girls telling me how I've helped them, I am worthy of triple diamond because I was given this platform to help other people. Okay. And I have done that. Okay. You are worthy of everything that this business can bring you. And when I tell you that it can bring you a lot, it can bring you more than just the money. Okay. I joined for money. I joined for selfish reasons. I wanted to go and buy all the things and experience all the things. I didn't care about the friendships. And now, and y'all have heard me say this, my next wedding, like it's just gonna be a big it works party. Like literally, all of my bridesmaids except for one I've met since being in this business. Caroline, is that a real question? Duh. So like my whole team is invited. So y'all just I don't know when it's gonna be, but maybe one day in the future I'll get married again. But what was I talking about? Squirrel brain. I don't know. But y'all are worthy. You're worthy and you're capable, okay? Drop a 2 or a 9 if you've ever felt like, I just don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I don't know how to get this done. I feel like I can't do this. We've all felt that way, okay? We've all sat there and felt like, I don't deserve this or I'm not worthy of the lifestyle that that can bring. And I don't even know if I'm capable of actually doing it. We've all felt that way, okay? Um, so, something that I want you to also know is the hopes and the dreams and everything that might be on your dream board. But even just before you join this business, did y'all ever just dream of things like, oh man, I wish I could go and do that? Oh man, I wish I could have a house like that. Like something along those lines. We've all felt that way, every single one of us. And those hopes and dreams and desires and even wants, those weren't just put on your heart for a reason. It's not just some random thought that you're having. It's literally like God gives you your hopes and your dreams and your desires for a reason. Okay? And you're worthy of those hopes and dreams and desires, and you're capable of having those as your reality. Um, and He's not just going to give you those hopes and dreams, just like He's not just going to, what did I say earlier? What page was it on? All my notes are starting to run together. Oh, He's not going to call you to something if He's not going to equip you to do it. He's not going to put hopes and dreams and desires into your heart if He's not going to give you a way to actually make them happen. Do y'all realize that this business is literally the way to make that happen? I used to dream of being able to be financially independent and to go to the freaking grocery store without having to worry, and to have the car that I want, and to have the things, the materialistic things that I wanted, right? And He gave me a way to make that happen, okay? Um, but it's up to you to work it and make it come true, okay? So He's given you the dream and the hope and the desire, and He's given you the way to make it happen. And now it's up to you. It's just like, He's going to give you, what's the saying? Something about like, He'll give you a way to like make the sandwich, but He's not going to like make the sandwich for you. Like, it's not just going to be like, here's your sandwich. It's going to be like, here's your bread, here's your cheese, here's your meat, here's your mustard. Now put it all together and have your sandwich, okay? It's the same thing. You have the dream, you have the hope, you have the way to get to it, but now you just need to make it happen, okay? Um, Something else, I'm no one special. Literally, I live in Grayson County, Sherman, Texas. Not a lot going on here. I always felt like I, had some like huge purpose in life. I don't know why. Not like in a boastful way, in like a I want to help people kind of way. I always felt like I was called to more, honestly. And, I'm no one special. I did not go to college. I went to dental assisting school. Um, I tried to get a job at a dental assistant or as a dental assistant, hated it, quit that. I have nothing special. I also went to cosmetology school, got tired of that. Honestly, everything that I've ever started in life, I've given up on. I've quit because it got hard. Or in sports, I would get hurt and I'm like, I quit. I'm not pushing through this, whatever. I don't want to play. I'm done. Like, that was me. Literally, things got hard. Things didn't go the way that I wanted. And I was like, peace out. Don't want anything to do with it. Turn my back on it. Okay. This business, like, we'll get to this, but I could have turned my back on it a lot. I could have been like, this is not going the way that I wanted it to. This is not going how I thought it would. This is not, like, I don't want to deal with this. But I'm not ever giving up on this because I see the bigger picture. I see what it can do for me. And I know nothing special. I have dyslexia. I sucked in school, literally like 70s. What's a B? I don't freaking know. Horrible in school, you guys, okay? I didn't try. I didn't study. I didn't care about school at all. I just didn't. So I know nothing special. I'm horrible at reading. Also, if you put me on stage in front of people, I cry like a baby. If you went to the event, you got to almost see that I was literally having to like get it together, like make myself not cry. Like, I can do Zooms all night. I can get on here and y'all would think that I would just be a rock star on stage. But you put me on stage in front of actual people and I'm like quivering, okay? So I know nothing special. I'm just me. I'm just a girl who found this on social media, who wanted a change in her life in a big way, and who was just like, you know what? I've quit and given up on everything else in life. I'm going to freaking make this work one way or another. And that's what I told myself. Literally after I joined is you are not giving up on this. You are not quitting this. I don't care if it takes you 10 years to go diamond, you will go diamond. And if it took you 6 years to go ambassador, the top rank in the company, $30,000 a month, is it worth it? Yes or no? 6 years of working this business, is it worth it for you to be making $30,000 a month? Absolutely. Guess what? You're going to do it way quicker than in 6 years, okay? Might be 4. Hey, that's still not a long time. Might be 3. Could be 2, right? Could be 1 year. It all depends on how badly you want it, how much belief you're putting in yourself, but also how much work you're putting into it, you guys. So I just said that. Wow, I'm like ahead of my notes. Gosh, I love when that happens. When what I want you to know, and do not let this scare you. Okay, I'm being honest with you because you joined this. Okay, who joined this business to lollygag around and if I make some money, that's great. Mm-mm. Nobody joined for that. Who joined this business to make money? Who joined this business to change your life? Everyone. Okay. So, with that, it's not all going to be fun and games, you guys. It's not all going to be pretty. Okay. You're going to go through some stuff. You're going to have to grow through some stuff. Um, this business is going to push you in the best way possible. Okay. You're going to be one person when you start this business, but then as you grow in this business and as you work this business and because you're always going to be doing personal development, self-development, as you're doing those things, you are constantly growing. Okay. You're constantly getting bigger. You're going to outgrow places. You're going to outgrow things. You're going to outgrow some people. There's going to be some people that you're going to have to leave back on the shore. And guess what? That's fine. Okay. I've left lots of people on the shore. And I'm like, don't come out here, don't swim by my ship because I don't want to drown. Okay. I want to stay floating. I don't want you out here because you're going to drown me. Leave those people on the beach. Don't try to drag them with you because you're going to exhaust yourself and you're probably going to end up sinking your ship. But with this business, you're going to be on the mountaintops. Okay. There's going to be times where you're on the mountaintop and you're experiencing all the highs and you're like, gosh, this is so good. Like, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. And then guess what? You're going to be in a valley sometimes too. Okay. You're going to be having to go through the hard things and push through the hard things. Okay. You're also a human. Life is going to happen to you. Okay. This is the second part of my story, which I don't know if a lot of you know this or not, but if you've been on a Zoom with me, then you probably do. But if not, here it goes. Every 6 months, you're going to experience some kind of life, whether that's you get a flat tire, your car breaks down, a family member passes away, an animal passes away or runs away or something. You're going to experience some kind of life. Okay. The life that I experienced, and hopefully yours is not as drastic as this, I left a very toxic, abusive marriage because of this business. Okay. And you never would have known that that was my life that I was living from my social media. So that's another thing. Social media is a highlight reel. You're not always going to see the bad. And since I've left that, I try to make mine very just like me. Like, you're going to see me when I'm good. Like, you're going to see me with my hair and makeup done, but then you might also see me in my shirt that I slept in, wore all day, will sleep in again. Natural hair. My natural hair is like wavy, very poofy, no makeup, but this is me. Okay. I don't feel the need to try to be perfect all the time. And before, I felt the need to try to be perfect all the time because my marriage was so far from perfect. My life was so far from perfect. We were struggling financially, fighting all the time, like verbally abusive. Like, it wasn't a place to be, and it turned physically abusive July of 2018. And that's when I pieced out. So because of this business, I was able to grow out of that. I was able to leave that. Okay. And anybody who has been on this team for a long time, you can, like, they can actually tell you, like, they've seen the growth and the change in me from there to where I am now. Okay. And that was a valley that I was in, you guys, right? I found out that my husband had been cheating on me. I could have been like, I can't focus on this business. I need to go and fix my marriage. Okay. Right. Whenever that happened, whenever in July, when it turned, you know, abusive, I could have just been like, this is too much. I'm 7 months pregnant. My daughter's 2. I can't deal with this right now. And I could have turned my back on my business. But you know what I did instead? I literally grabbed a hold of my business and I was like, I'm freaking going places. Do you want to know why? Because I couldn't control my life. You can't control your life. You can't control the things that you're going to have to work through. You can't control the things that you're going to have to go through, but you control this business 100%. Okay? So if you're going to be successful, that's on you. That's because you decided to be successful and you worked this business to be successful. If you're going to fail, that's on you because you didn't do the work, right? Because guess what? We have people on this team who are having success. Okay? We have people on this team who are growing, who are promoting. Okay? And maybe there's somebody on this team, this is going to sound harsh. Maybe you need to hear it. Maybe you've been in the same place for a long time, or maybe you just have never promoted. Maybe you've been in the business forever and you just haven't promoted. You have the same tools as this person who is promoting. And here you are. What's the disconnection? What's not working? She's showing up. Are you showing up? She's using the tools. Are you using the tools? She's doing personal development. Are you doing personal development? She's doing all of the things. Are you doing all of the things? If you're not where you want to be in this business, it's because you're not doing it. Point blank, okay? So you're going to have to work through some things. You're going to be in those valleys, you guys. And, when you are in that valley, and I actually listened to a podcast. It was from Stephen Furtick. And what was it called? What to do when you're in a valley? I think it was literally that. That's the one that I listened to last night. And it was so good. Okay. So listen to that podcast. But, when you are in that valley and when you are experiencing life or something that, you're just like, this is just overwhelming me, or like, I don't want to have to deal with this. Don't run and hide. Okay. Don't go slow and don't quit your business. Okay. When you're in the valley, that's when it's time to persevere through whatever you're going through. Okay. That's when it's time to push. That's when it's time to literally, like, I'm pretty sure that Sabrina said this on the Zoom that she did on Monday. That's when it's time to embrace the suck. Embrace it. It's there and it's not going anywhere. But are you going to let that define you and defeat you in this business? No, you're not. Because that's not, like, that suck that I went through in July is not keeping me from going ambassador, right? Because I decided it wasn't going to. It could have. It could have kept me from going ambassador. It could have kept me from going triple. But I didn't let it. I didn't give it the time of day. I said, okay, well, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm working through. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go through it. I'm just going to freaking make it happen. I don't know how. I don't know when. But I know that I'm still going because I'm not letting this hold me back. Okay? Don't let it hold you back. Okay? Let it, like, let that make your business better because, like I said, your life can be crazy. Let's just timeline. July, left the marriage, also bought my car on my own. August, moved into my apartment. That was the first time in my entire 26 years of living that I've ever lived on my own. And I had Berkeley, who was 2, and I was 9 months pregnant. Okay. So July left, got a car. August, moved into my apartment. In September, Riley was born. And then in October, I promoted to triple diamond. Do y'all know how many people ask me, how did you do that? Like, that was a lot of life. That was a lot on your plate. How did you do that? How did you adjust from leaving a marriage to living on your own to having a newborn to promoting to VIP? I was like, I literally have no magical answer for you other than I just decided to do it and I did all of the things and I did it. It's as simple as that. I think that might be what I title this Zoom. It's as simple as that. Like, I just did it. I didn't let that hold me back. I looked at it for what it was and I said, okay, I can't change this situation. I can't change it. And I sure as heck can't take it away. It's already done. But the one thing I can control is the efforts that I put into this business. And if I let this hold me back and determine where I'm going and distract me, and that's not an option for me because at that point, I had already been doing this business full time. I didn't want to go get a job. I didn't want to put Berkeley in daycare. I didn't want to have, I don't even know what maternity leave is. I've never been on maternity leave because I've been able to just be home. Okay. So I didn't want that to have to be an option for Riley. Okay. So I just freaking did it. Okay. Because, like I said, this business was the one thing that I controlled. So if I was in control of it, I was going to make it damn good. Okay. Better believe it. Okay. No one's taking this away from me. Nobody's determining where I'm going except for me. So I'm going to the top. Okay. Um, so know that the mountaintops are there and so are the valleys. And you're going to be on both. Okay. And something that Cami said at Green Carpet, and this really, 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 really touched my soul. And I think I say it all the time, but bridges are man made. God did not make bridges. He doesn't want us hopping from mountaintop to mountaintop to mountaintop because if we do, we start getting boastful and we start getting a big head. Like, oh, I'm just so good. I'm so good. I'm so good. I'm so good. And we're never learning or growing. Okay. Because you learn and grow when you're in the valley. Okay. And that's coming from that podcast that I listened to from Stephen Furtick. But there's no fruit on the mountaintop. There's no fruit there. The fruit grows in the valley. Okay? Let that sink in. And maybe even write it down. There's no fruit on the mountaintop. You're not gaining anything on the mountaintop. You are gaining when you're in the valley. Okay? And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Currently, your girl's in the valley. Like, I've been going through some things. Okay? Like, within my business, within life, like, I'm in a valley. Why am I here? I've never once looked at this and said, why is this happening to me? I've never thought of it that way. I've looked at it as, why is this happening for me? What am I supposed to learn from this? What am I supposed to take from this? How is this going to better me? And do y'all want to know something? It's been about 4 months since I've been in this valley. The growth that I have had in my mindset and in my heart in these last 4 months, I can't even begin to tell you. Like, I feel the change. I don't know if y'all can see, like, I don't know if y'all see the change if you've been on our team, but like, I feel the change and I can feel it coming out of me. Okay. And honestly, I prayed for this, right? Have y'all ever heard, like, be careful what you pray for because, like, sometimes it's going to come to you, but not in the way that you expected, right? God has a sense of humor. He's like, okay, girl, here you go. And I'm like, okay, thank you. I still have faith in you, but like, this isn't really the way that I wanted to learn this lesson, okay? But that's how it works. Faith and just believing, you guys. Like, you're going to go through a valley. But does the valley that I'm in right now define me? No. It's growing me and it's making me better, okay? So, we are all alike, okay? I want you to we're just going to go back to one. Drop a one if you've ever been in a valley. If you've ever experienced life and gone through some stuff and just, had that suck, you've been in that valley. We've all been in a valley, okay? Drop a two if you've been on a mountaintop. If you've just been like on cloud nine, you're like, gosh dang, this feels good, right? We've all been there, okay? So, we're all human. We are all human. We are all literally the same. Like, I'm no different than you. Literally no different than you. Okay? You are no different than me. I don't know something that you don't know. We are all equally the same, okay? We were all given the same opportunity. I didn't join from some Magical It Works website. Neither did you. We all joined from the same website, just had a different person's name on it, okay? We all joined the same opportunity that took me from Wiccan food stamps to seeing 5-figure paychecks is the same opportunity that's sitting in your lap right now. Let that sink in. It's the exact same, okay? We're also all given the same 24 hours in one day. I don't have 26 hours in my day. Brooke doesn't have 32 hours in her day. Like, we all have 24 hours in our day, okay? So, how are you going to spend your time? Are you going to let time get away from you? Are you going to let time slip away from you and just be like, oh, shoot, I haven't sent no messages today. Oh, crap, I haven't posted today, right? Or are you going to be intentional with your time? Okay? How are you going to work your business? Okay? What are you going to do with your time? And how are you going to work your business? I want you to write those questions down, and I want you to genuinely answer them in your notebook or wherever. Answer them. Okay? Be true to yourself and be honest. And then after you've written that down, you're going to put it on your wall. Okay? And if you have to get so like extra with it to where you print copies of this piece of paper and you have it on multiple walls throughout your house, do that. If you have to do it and make it the background on your phone, if you have to do it and put it on a sticky note and put it in your car, if you have to do that, put it everywhere. Because those are literally like the two things that are so important in this business is how you spend your time and how you work your business. Okay? So that is all that I have for y'all. And I hope that you took something from it. I have chills. Like, that's what's weird. I have chills from that. And whenever I do these Zooms, I kind of sit down. I sat down 30 minutes before I did this Zoom and I wrote all of those notes out. And it just flows. It just comes. Like, literally, I've had people ask me, like, how do you do your Zooms? I'm like, I sit down 30 minutes before I Zoom and I'm like, please, Lord, give me the words. And then I just start writing and then I just say it to y'all. Okay. So something too that I want to, and again, I'm not trying to push it, but I pray over my business every night, you guys, every single night. And I have ever since I joined this business. I pray for my personal business, my enrollments, and like my goals, and like, lead me, like if it's time, like, help me see, help me get there kind of thing. I also pray for my team. So y'all are on my team. I pray for every single one of you every single night. I also pray for my future team, the people who maybe they're watching, maybe they've been watching for 3 years since I joined, and I'm just like, hello, what do I need to post to get this girl to join? Like, can you just like, help her see the value in this? I pray for my potentials. I pray for my customers that they're getting the results that they hoped for. I also pray for my future customers. I literally pray over my business in all areas that I can every single night, and I speak words of life into my business. You will never hear words of death leave my mouth about this business. You will never hear me say something like, well, I'm signing all these distributors, but they're just not working. You will never hear me say, oh, I sent 176 messages last night and no one responded. You're never going to hear me say things like that. You're going to hear me say, I sent 176 messages last night. That's a lot of freaking seeds I planted. I don't know when these seeds are I don't know when I'm going to be able to like go and get them, but man, this harvest is going to be good when it's here. Okay. I might say, I signed 12 distributors this month and only 3 are working, but I got $1,200 in fast starts. Okay. Words of life. Always look on the bright side, because you guys, the thoughts that you have and the words that you speak, like, you don't realize how big that plays into your life and into your business. Okay. When you're only focused on what's not going your way and on what's not happening, you're not bringing any of that good stuff that you want into your business. You're just bringing more of what you have, which is what you don't want, into your business, because that's what you're focused on. Switch your focus. It's as simple as that. Okay, so I hope you got something from this. I'm going to stop the recording.